Welcome back to this episode of the Sweetcast, everyone. I'm your lovable host, Liam.
And I'm Cameron.
On the other side of me, we got your boy, Cameron. How's it going, Cameron?
I'm with you. How do you think it's going?
You love me to bits. It's amazing.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Okay, so today I thought I would start out this week's episode by being a right-wing nut job. And, okay, no. You're going to edit that part out. That's fine. I thought I would start out this week by trying to increase my fame among the podcast world in the worst way possible. So, okay, Cameron, you know how there's like the flair for the podcasts, right?
Oh, God, no.
Hear me out. So if you look on certain podcasts on Spotify, right? Mm-hmm. And they talk about a certain pandemic that has infused the past 3 years of our life, okay? So they talk about this, and then if they say something you don't like, they slap a badge on it, and it says, learn more about the COVID-19 pandemic, right?
What are you going to do, Liam? Why are you doing this to me? Why does this happen every week?
It's okay. This is all I'm going to say. COVID-19 pandemic vaccine.
Okay,
oh, God, no.
Yeah. Thanks so much. You should go sit with Julianna. Hi, Gareth.
I'm Cameron.
I wish
Come
I
on.
was so much shorter than him. It's okay. You're still lovable. What are you doing?
A little bit. Not as lovable as this.
No. She got the job. You're out. You're new Cameron.
I feel like I did it pretty well, too. I need to interrupt you constantly all the time.
You nailed Cameron.
Yeah, thank
it was
you.
like there was two in here.
I don't think I did. I don't think I did you quite justice.
Well, you actually did more Oliver.
Yeah, that's fine.
You
oh, right, the controversial.
Yeah, you were a little controversial.
Okay, I wasn't done my spiel. Okay.
Well.
Pandemic.
Whoa. I guess. So we can't keep going with that. Yeah.
Okay, hear me out here. This will bring attention to
I don't want that kind of attention.
What, you don't want
No.
to be in the news
No.
cycle?
No, I'm not. No.
Vicious right-wing extremist downplays vaccine efficacy.
I think we should let him cook. Let's see where he goes with this.
Millions offended.
He did tell me this. I kind of vetoed the idea.
No, I've been told I'm not allowed to go past this point.
Really? Wow, I was expecting way worse.
No, you were kind enough to invite me on this podcast. I can't destroy all credibility just yet.
He was kind enough to invite me on this.
I haven't used this yet. I'm trying to get used to it.
Cameron.
Absolutely.
Oh God, they're being lovey-dovey.
I don't want to see it.
We have to be lovey-dovey, is what we were told.
Yeah,
We're the cute couple that we talked about on the Valentine's Day episode.
it's true.
We have to clear the air, Liam.
There's something we need to say.
This podcast did not make us stronger. I said that in a very sarcastic tone. Okay? I went, oh my God, your podcast makes us so much stronger as a couple, you know? Just so great. So great for our relationship.
You lied, Liam?
I said what she said.
You didn't mention how sarcastic it was.
No, it wasn't really sarcastic.
Wow.
It was also missing the context that it was me, and I'm always sarcastic to Liam.
Also, before we get into any of the topics today, we're going to play a little game called, you guys are going to do exactly what we're doing.
Okay.
Please.
See,
Yeah, okay, that's a good start. Okay, now, next up, just look into each other's eyes for 5 minutes.
I'm not doing this.
Why won't you look at me during?
Like my legs.
Okay, good start. All right, next up, give each other a nose boop.
No.
Come here,
No.
come.
Ow!
I can't.
Just a nose boop, Cameron.
I can't read.
I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this.
Okay, just one more.
Oh, yeah, what you got? What you got? I mean, it is the game.
I'll
So.
fire you so quick.
Okay.
Welcome back to the Sweetcast, the comedy podcast hosted by Liam and Camron. You're listening to this week's free version of the episode. If you want everything you see here, plus more, check out the link in the description for the Patreon. And with that, please enjoy this week's episode.
Welcome back to Sweetcast. You know me, I'm your host, Liam.
And I'm your co-host, Cameron.
And this week we're joined by the couple who have been quoted as saying that our podcast made their relationship stronger, Gareth and Julianna.
What's up, guys?
You were quoted as saying such.
You know what? Actually, I will say, I'll give you a little bit here. I'll give you a little bit. Not the full thing.
I don't need the full thing. I just need a little bit.
And here's the little bit that I will give you.
I can run with it.
It was directly because of her that I started listening to the podcast. And now my drives home are slightly less boring.
That's all we could hope to accomplish with our podcast.
Yeah, that's pretty much the goal.
I don't have to watch YouTube on the road, so I pull up Spotify, I pull up the podcasts, I listen to it, and I don't fall asleep.
Yeah, no.
Apparently, this is the extent to which I compliment it.
I don't know. Karen fell asleep, so
One time! I fell asleep one time.
one time more than Gareth has, so I don't know.
I think I'm winning here.
Wow. I'm going to get fired after this. I'm not making it back on.
This is their audition to replace you, so.
It is Julianna and I's time to shine, okay? Cameron, if Liam doesn't like what you have to show for him today,
Right here.
we're right here.
I hope you bring out the.
No,
big
this
guns.
is it. I'm already resigning. Like, this is...
Just
I'm
do
not
it
winning
that
this.
quick.
Yeah, no, I seen them. Like, do you see how well they did? No, I'm done.
They did capture you excellently.
They
so.
really did. They got me down good. They
That was,
could.
that was a hands-on perfect Cameron.
That was like
I do listen
nailed.
while, I'm cooking. It's the only thing that brings me joy while I'm trying not to cut off my fingers.
Wow.
You hear that?
You're capturing the all over depressing stuff.
Okay, I will admit I don't have any racist jokes thought up. And
That's
even
okay.
if
You
I
don't have
did-
to.
Exactly. I was gonna say, even if I did, I'm not entirely sure they would make the final cut. Viewers at home, you will know if any of them have made the final cut.
You'll hear them. Yeah, love that. So
Oh,
Cameron, what's your favorite joke?
my favorite joke? Oh, God.
We
Like-
never
I'm putting
hear
you on the
about you. We never hear
It's
about
all
you.
about Liam.
Because he never talks about me.
Liam's podcast.
he falls
It's
asleep.
all about Liam. That's so strange.
Right?
Took a nap.
One time! I took a nap one time. I was very tired. Why are you so strung up about this?
That sounded very interesting.
It was interesting. I was trying to pay attention, but I was falling asleep. Not because of you. I was just tired.
Cameron, what's your favorite joke?
My favorite joke. That's a tough one. You know, there's one Tumblr post I really like. It's a fox, and it fucking Wimdy. That's a classic. You know. Have you ever seen?
So I had Tumblr like, downloaded, like freaking 5-6 years ago, and I held it for all of like a year or so, and then I moved to Reddit.
Ah.
And so like I've been following up with Reddit, so I don't do Tumblr posts a lot. So I actually, in short, I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
Well,
I
we'll
have-
take your word for it.
It's not a funny joke. It's just the one I think about every so often.
Yeah, no,
You know,
I get
it's
that makes sense.
That's fair.
also I've
What's
never.
your favorite joke?
My favorite joke.
Please don't say Cameron.
Give me a sec then. I need to think of something else.
It's okay, take as much time as you need. You can just edit out all of the.
My favorite joke is anything making fun of a certain unnamed person in this room.
Me? Why do you have to do this?
They have known each other.
For 6
Julianna and Liam have
years?
known each other for a while now. Yeah.
Don't like it when you bring that up.
It makes you feel old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I just thought it made him uncomfortable.
No, I don't like feeling old. I'm young at heart, right, Cameron? That's what you say. Sorry, I'm not gonna bring that up.
Say X years young instead of X years old.
Yeah, I'm 20 years young, and I can't say it. I can't look
What
at
does that
you.
even mean? 20 years young?
I can't look at you when I talk about age.
Wait, Cameron, how old are you?
20.
You're both 20.
Yeah.
Weren't you in like the same school for a certain? Yeah.
Yeah, we graduated the same year in the same class. Yes. Yeah.
Cameron just has issues with age, so. This is a question from I don't think she listens. What are your icks about each other?
Oh,
Icks about
God,
each other.
of course she asked.
That's
You
a
know
good one.
she's just gonna listen to this episode solely so that she can have all the hot tea.
Hey, it's still a
You do realize
listen.
this means we're gonna be in the tea cycle for the next couple of weeks at the YMCA.
Oh God, no, not again, not again. That's how our relationship started.
That's true.
We need to hear that
We will
story.
hear that
Oh,
story.
Story, yeah. Liam tried to start a betting pool on us actually too.
Yeah.
That's just sad that we
Wow.
never got to collect the money on that.
Yeah, you got together too fast.
How much money was there?
Oh,
None.
it wasn't much. It was like, what, at its peak, like maybe $5-10, but.
Oh, okay. So we're talking like 70, 80. Okay.
It
Oh,
would've-
yeah, but if we had given him more
Yeah,
time, it would have.
if it had been kept a secret, I would have made bank.
Oh, I'm sorry. I tried.
We would have bet on ourselves, and then we
Yeah.
would have started dating at that time, and then we would have collected the cash, Liam. I don't think you thought this through.
No,
We're-
Liam would have
we're actually gonna split it.
50-50
Yeah.
with me, so that
We were gonna
would
split
have
it.
to
And then we
go
would have
out.
had to split it 50-50, so it's like 50, 25, 25.
We would have split it on a date. Love.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, so
This was back in July.
I don't. Do you have any icks about me?
I don't know. Do you have any?
No, I really don't.
what liars? I can
I
give you my icks about Cameron, okay?
Okay, let's hear your guys' takes about each other. You won't
He
say
whines
that.
too much. He interrupts me all the time. He complains about what I do for him. He doesn't own any of the stuff here, but he always has something to say about it. He's never satisfied with what I've done to make things comfortable for him. I got him a beanbag chair, and it wasn't good enough for him. He falls asleep while I tell stories.
You're never gonna let him.
He refuses to hold the
Never.
microphone for weeks until he finally figures it out after we get hate comments about him.
From
He refuses
You watch that.
to get prepared in time for things. He doesn't bring ideas or questions for topics. I could go on, but I feel like I'm going to stop. He doesn't drive.
Liam, I know that you're a coach, but we are counselors here. Cameron, tell Liam how you feel about what he just said.
How does
that was fucked up. That was fucked
You
up.
went after him quite hard.
Now, please
It's been
tell
saving
Liam
up.
some of the
Remember
icks
that
you have about
episode
him.
where you just spent the entire hour and 15 or however long it was just saying that Cameron was your childhood bully?
Yeah, that was the first one you were on.
Yeah.
And now
You are
Cameron
Cameron's
and
adult
now
bully.
Liam is Cameron's middle-aged bully or something.
It's the
Not
pa-
middle-aged, we're not middle-aged, but young adult.
I'm dying at 40. Confirmed. It's happening.
Have you hit your midlife crisis?
I'm hitting it now. So you know what? We're starting it early. You know what? I've lived a good life. You know.
You lived your life in Liam's shadow.
Always
He's
have.
not very tall.
Yeah, you know, so that's pretty impressive.
Shut the fuck up. You're okay to talk. He's not.
Now, Cameron, what are some icks you have about Liam, please?
This beanbag chair goes to the
No,
ground.
about Liam
Oh.
personally.
I'm mad about this beanbag chair. This is demeaning as fuck. You're demeaning. You don't care about me. You don't care about my feelings. That's all I actually really got. That's all that comes to the top of my head.
Really?
I'm not a spiteful or vengeful person. I don't.
Other than the beanbag.
Yeah, other than this beanbag, this is
Yeah, I can live with those.
narcissistic as fuck.
Wait, how long have you had that beanbag chair?
It's not mine.
Oh, you brought it?
I know this was mine.
It's just
The implication
around.
being that the beanbag chair just teleported into
So,
existence.
It's just
Liam
around.
found this somewhere in his house.
Yeah.
And we don't know where it's been.
Yeah.
That's a little bit sketch.
That
Oh,
is
yeah.
sketch.
Yeah, it's
You
fine.
live with,
That
like,
might be a
other
point to him,
people
just saying.
and dogs.
That's fair. I don't care though.
I would not
I'm
put a
in
black
my
light
chair.
on this. What?
That's cool.
As a dog owner, have you accidentally sat in a place where your dog has peed?
No.
As a cat owner, have you?
Yes!
Have you?
I've never.
I have stepped in cat vomit.
Five
So
showers with
So
a-
have I. Every
Oh,
couple
yeah.
months, you change the food, and they're like, no.
right. I had it on the carpet too, and I didn't even notice at first. I like stepped in it, stepped out, and I was like, man, my foot's kind of wet. That's weird.
And it's smushed into the
Yeah, it was not fun. It was ugh.
Do you have like a carpet cleaner for that kind of thing?
No, we just Lysol wipe that.
Yeah.
It's
Just Lysol?
Lysol
I don't know if I would
works
ever
for
be
everything.
comfortable touching that specific spot again. I swear to God.
it was in my room. I was like, you know what? I gotta live with this now. This is just how
It's
it
not
is.
the worst thing
Yeah.
that's been in his room.
Oh, you've been in there too?
Yeah,
I've actually never been in Cameron's room.
you know, I was gonna make a joke that the worst thing that's been in there is a child, but that the implications of that are really weird. I know.
That's really bad.
Because my mom runs a daycare and she uses part of my room as like a crib,
Yeah,
and I need to explain that because I was gonna say, well, actually, the worst thing that's been there is a child. Because I'm not a child fan.
But
But yeah.
baby napping.
Yeah.
And Liam, you have been in his room. I also watched the YouTube video about you giving him a pizza.
That's not his room.
That's the room I am talking about, though. Yeah,
That's
is.
your bedroom?
No, it's not my bedroom, but it's my room.
Oh, okay. I've never been in your bedroom.
Yeah, I have 2 rooms.
Cameron seems like the type of person to throw babies at the wall just to see how brightly red he can.
You're not too far off.
Let's see if that one makes into
It's gonna stay in the final cut.
perfect.
I'm gonna keep that.
Let's
So,
move on with what you want.
We were speaking about childhood bullies, and for weeks, Julianna has, every time she's brought up wanting to be on the podcast, she goes, I was your childhood bully, so I'll bully Cameron.
No, I
Every
have not.
week. Every single week she brings it up.
That is a lie.
See, Liam's a gaslighter.
That
He's
is a lie. I said I was Liam's bully. I was an asshole when I was a kid, and we were on the same JLC team. And
Was.
we were on Scout together. So he had a lovely like 9 months where I had moved and I didn't go to the YMCA, and then I showed up one day.
Remember those times?
Double take was like, she's back. It was amazing. It was like that's the best look I've ever seen. Other than yours, of course. But
Liam,
yeah.
didn't you want to see my dimples?
Yeah.
I found out that if I actually like instead of like smiling or whatever or getting to that point, I found out if I just turn my lips downward, the dimples come automatically.
Let's see 'em then.
No.
Not the same.
They don't usually come, but
They're not the same.
they are not the same. No, but it's okay.
I'll get them.
Liam, what has your experience been with Julianna underneath your shadow this entire time?
Oh, Liam's in my shadow. Since I was 11 years old, he's been in my shadow.
Liam,
A
how's
lot
that?
of yelling and bullying and aggression. Okay, she broke her ankle in front of me
I did.
and screamed at
You
me.
gotta tell this story. I've heard this from Juliana's
So-
POV. I need to hear it from yours.
No, but first, I was there with you, Cameron, and the viewers for a second. We were in the same scout troop. Liam had a job as a lifeguard and obviously first aid trained at this point in time. I fell after he went, "Oh, Julian, are you scared to go up on something?" And I was, and I went, "No," because it was Liam.
Right.
Oh,
You're not gonna get stood up by Liam. Yeah, I get you.
Yeah. And I fell and I broke my leg. And I screamed, and the first person that came around was Liam, and I was like, "No, I don't know anyone else here, so I'm gonna yell at the one who first aid trained." And he was like, he turned white. Like I've never seen anyone paler. And you see how pale he is already.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like.
Man went translucent.
Yeah. And then he just stood and stared at me.
Well,
And then the next day he told everybody that I had broken it.
yeah, well, first of all, in my defense, I'm not legally obligated to help when I'm not on the on the clock, so
Liam
There's
is
that.
only motivated by money.
pretty much, I've never hidden that.
I agree with that. You should only be motivated by the money.
Yeah.
Wow.
And before you make me sound like some asshole for, oh, Julian, you too scared? You broke your ankle that high off the ground.
It was that high off the ground.
That high off the ground, and there was a foot of mats.
Okay.
There was a foot of mats. You got off one block, you fell and you broke it, and you crumpled.
But there
So-
was a crack in between the wall and the mat. It was not up to safety standards. My foot was so obviously my feet are small, but it went in between the crack and I fell backwards. Obviously that's as much as graphic as I'll get.
This high off the ground.
That high off the ground.
Either way, that doesn't help
How
your
about you
case.
both just jump off of this and see who gets hurt first?
I don't want to do this again.
Oh my god, my leg. Oh, but then he was an asshole again 3 months later.
What?
I finally got out of cast and I was actually in an air cast. I went back to JLC and as a thing to yay, Juliana's back, they did scenarios, which is like the time that we have to rescue people.
Oh,
and
right.
The thing was, I had to rescue Liam, obviously, because I was the smallest one on the team and he was Liam. And they were like, yeah, pull Liam out of the water by yourself. But he's screaming and they're like, oh my god, there's a shark in the water. So I did the thing and he comes out and he's like, oh my god, my leg's been bitten off by a shark.
And I was still nicer to people. Just saying.
And then he screamed like that for 5 minutes and I was like, PTSD right there. And I'm like, and he's like, what do you put on it, Juliana? I don't know. It's a tourniquet. It's a tourniquet from when someone's leg gets bitten off by a shark. But now I have to do it every single time we're at an in-service, which is like lifeguard training. Every time.
I will say that Liam, karma came back to bite you because at one of the in-services back in August or September, you had to freaking do a spinal on me.
That was in August. I had COVID in September.
Sorry, yeah, August, I guess. But
Yeah. That
I'm
did.
proud of you. You made it.
I thought I was going to die that day.
I heard about that.
No, it was actually pretty good. Why do I feel like I'm sucking Liam's dick right here?
Because you are. Don't build his ego
Thank
any
you.
more than it already
I'm
is.
so glad it was so good. I thought I was going to die.
Liam's ego. I'm just trying so hard not to call you Lucas by accident.
Appreciate that.
I'm building up Liam's ego right here, and you're just here to knock it all down. So are you. You can knock it down.
We'll work together.
Cute with him. So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
basically what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. That was a rough time doing the spinal on you.
But you made it through, and you're a stronger man for it.
Yeah, I mean, I thought you were going to have to perform real first aid on me. Because right after that, we're standing on the side of the deck. I couldn't hear anything. My legs felt heavy. I couldn't lift them.
Man,
And
almost
everything
fainted.
went white.
Actually, there was a chick there that.
Yeah, she threw up. She was in her.
exactly.
She ran off to throw up. Yeah, no, it worked. It was great though. It was a ton of fun.
Wow. So
Have you ever broken a bone?
me? No, I haven't actually. I haven't.
Wait, this came up in an episode. Now I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, it
I
did.
think
The
so,
worst
yeah.
injuries, yeah.
Yeah. Wow, they know it better than me.
I know. See, this is what happens when people who actually like the podcast come on the podcast.
This is amazing.
I can talk about things that we talk about.
The fucking podcast historian.
One day we'll have our own whole channel dedicated to our history. One of these
It'll
days.
be us. It'll be our channel.
It'll be a-
Samuel 2.1.
It'll be an honor.
This is Genial Samuel 2.1 for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys have
Yeah.
a YouTube Shorts channel where you just like take out highlights from certain episodes and
Do we, Liam?
because the shorts hit the algorithm a lot harder than most of the episodes do. Because
I know.
there was that entire episode where we went over the YouTube Shorts with I believe Oliver, I think.
Yes.
And it kind of intrigued me because it's true the YouTube Shorts do hit the algorithm a lot harder. So I wonder if
I'm just so lazy. I don't want to put all that work in.
it's not that much work. You literally just I don't know. You run these episodes with Cameron all the time. I assume that there might be a couple of memorable moments. And
There are.
When you go to edit it later, you can literally just clip it out, throw it up on, I don't know, the Sweetcast Shorts or some BS channel title like that, and then see if you can expand your audience a little bit.
Yeah,
YouTubers
Liam.
do that all the time now.
Yeah. That's a great idea, Liam.
Don't give me sass. Okay? I edit the episodes the night before they come out. Sometimes an hour before they come out.
He keeps on going. He's going, yeah, I've been really looking for clips, but, it's just so much to go through it all, But, yeah, no, eventually I'll get clips
Yeah, episodes
for like a
are anywhere
month.
From 50 to like 100 minutes. So
Yeah.
actually, no, that's not true. They're like anywhere from 50 to 80 minutes.
Yeah, the longest
This episode was with Rosia.
108 minutes was
Yeah.
the
100.
first
Yep.
episode. I think Rosie's
Rosie was the second or the third episode.
5th episode.
Was Rosie the
106
fifth?
episode. 106
I've
minutes.
watched all the episodes
Yeah.
except the Lost episode, which was funny because on the last episode you literally said that the Lost episode had like the best attention.
Yeah,
or
it did it really
something.
well. I was really
I
surprised.
did not watch the last episode.
That's okay.
I listened to the first few seconds and I was like, this audio is atrocious, and I need to turn my car all the way up to volume 27 in order to be able to
That's-
hear anything.
Yeah, that's why I was
And I
surprised.
gave up on it. So
It went up so that something went up.
I'm very particular about the volumes, which is I'm like occasionally glancing
Yeah.
at your monitor now to see if like I'm actually talking to the mic properly. Viewers at home, I'm so sorry if I'm not. I'm doing my best over here. Liam only gave me a 5-second tutorial on how to use this thing. It's a microphone. I hold it up to my lips. It's not really any more complicated than that, but maybe I fuck it up somehow. I don't know.
That's okay.
It's the same one he gave me, and he was giving me shit for a while, so it's...
You deserve shit. You weren't picking up for a long while.
Wow.
Weeks and weeks
wow,
and weeks.
You're conspiring with him, huh? You got the
I was
ones
on
that-
your side for so long.
You were, and I was hoping you'd stay on that track.
I knew they weren't.
Yeah,
I'm a
I-
double. I'm perfect. No, I'm not perfectly neutral. I am neutral. Like generally, if I dish shit out to one person, I'll dish shit out to the other person as well. And,
Yeah.
yeah,
I
that's
don't do the
just-
same for compliments. If I compliment you,
Which is why he complimented me, not you.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just mean.
Understandable.
Not to you.
Well, no, I hope not.
Yeah, that'd look really bad on you if you were.
I don't want to be that person who gets labeled a fucking girlfriend abuser
Yeah, that'd be.
because I don't compliment her enough.
I think
I'm just
Is there really enough
I'm
though?
emotionally abusing
Can you
Julianna.
really be complimented
I'm
enough?
emotionally abusing Julianna because I didn't compliment her smile enough.
You know what? I'm gonna clip that.
Okay.
I'm gonna clip that you're admitting it.
Clip that.
Oh,
If he gets to it.
Okay, just wait until you're popular enough where Media Matters gets onto it. Then maybe I'll be a little bit concerned.
Yeah, don't worry. If anyone needs to be concerned, it's Oliver.
No. Okay, what you can do is you can clip that out of context, send it into Lucas, and be like, "Yo, check out what
Gareth said on the
podcast."
on my podcast.
Oh God,
I might
you
get-
would be fired immediately.
I would be, but I've accepted this non-privilege. I am not a girlfriend abuser, emotionally or
He is
physically.
not,
I
as
might have
said
just,
by
I
the
might have just spiked
girlfriend.
the game. I might have just
I
spiked
mean,
it a
I
little bit.
think
It's
we have
okay.
to ask one of our other coworkers what we're talking about. The one that is madly in love with you.
Oh.
I was gonna say.
Liam is madly in love with me.
No, the other one.
Actually, Liam has gone on record to say that if I weren't dating Julianna, he would be the next best.
Yes, he said that in July.
Well, I am the next best option, objectively.
I don't want to compliment Liam again, but he's right.
Thank you. I'm gonna send this episode.
This is gonna take weeks to take down his ego again. I hope you understand
Good
this.
fucking luck.
Hey, this is actually a genius strat because this is how I get my ticket back onto the podcast. Because eventually, in a couple weeks, or like months or whatever, Liam's gonna feel down again. And he's gonna be like, you know where I needed a bit of an ego boost. You know who I should have on the podcast again?
Gareth.
Yeah, exactly. This is my ticket back in.
This really is gonna
I
be
don't
my
have
last
clout.
episode.
It just makes me
my
feel good.
relationship here is that I know Julianna. I'm dating her.
It
And
makes me feel
Julianna
good.
is getting good with Liam. You know, I need to do something myself where I can secure my
Yeah.
return to the podcast, and if that means I suck Liam's metaphorical dick,
Well,
Or suck his real dick after.
I feel like
I mean,
you're wearing jeans. That's a turnoff for men.
You love me and jeans.
oh no, that's a turnoff for you. That's darn. I am
I mean, they're also
ruined.
off, so
Oh my god! I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
Liam's joking that he's not heartbroken. He is, though. He absolutely is.
I'm
He's
not.
I see the tears you're trying to hold back.
Speaking of clothes, you know what's wild?
I was supposed to fucking wear sweatpants.
So he's wearing shorts, by the way.
So
If you didn't
oh
notice.
yeah, you know I noticed if I didn't. Like,
So you want to know
yeah, no. You go ahead.
the first time I saw you in anything other than shorts and a tank top was like December.
I'm wearing the tank top again.
And I've actually never seen you not wearing a tank top.
no, he's worn t-shirts in front of
Yeah,
you.
so I
before.
have-
Really?
Yeah.
I have other wardrobe.
Okay.
It comes up mainly during the cold snaps because
The cold snaps. There's been a foot of snow on the ground and blowing snow, and you've walked in this.
hold
you're
on.
the only one who comments on it. No, I do have a pair of sweatpants. So basically, what
I
happened
know.
was a couple of years, there was once upon a time where I wore normal people's clothes, where I had jeans and sweatpants,
Yeah.
and denim pants, and
Mhm.
the entire thing.
Yeah.
The pandemic hit primarily. I'm blaming that. It's a shitty excuse, but I'm blaming that.
Yeah.
What happened was I gained a few pounds across the waist and the stomach, and suddenly the jeans no longer fit me. And then I just never went and replaced them.
That's fair.
So it was around this. It was around the same time that I started at Canadian Tire. So I got my pair of work pants. It was just like, normal cargo pants with like lots of pockets and shit, so I could have, my phone, my pocket knife, all that. So I had that pair of pants. I had a pair of those things except shorts for the summer months, but primarily I used long pants. And those were the only pair of long pants I had for a long time. I then applied and got hired with the YMCA, and I needed. Well, I didn't want pants. Like, I was happy with the cargo pants I was wearing. Shut up! So I needed a pair of shorts. So that's, before the... So these are Under Armour. Why are they hiked up so far?
Because she did it with her legs when she put them on you.
So these are Under Armour. And before this, I had a pair of Adidas.
He did.
Yes.
I remember the
Yeah, pair of Adidas. And I liked the Adidas ones because they had zip-up pockets.
These ones don't have zip-up pockets.
These ones don't have zip-up pockets. So I rid with the Adidas ones for a long time, and then I switched to this one. And what happens is I keep going back to my closet. Are you all good over there?
It's not facing
It's
the
not
right
moving.
Do I have to tell this entire story again?
Do we have to do this all again?
That's fine, I don't mind.
We could redo the X.
Testing. What did I fuck it up somehow? I probably did, honestly.
Oh my god.
Liam.
Cameron fucked it up. I see.
Wow, you're really gonna blame me for that? I found the solution. I found what was wrong with
So,
it.
has it been plugged in at all?
That's a good question.
Actually, it has. It has been.
It's okay.
I think I made it like to the start of the story, and then I saw that it wasn't moving. Wait, testing. Yeah, we're good. Okay.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's okay. I have the phone audio for when Cameron does this too.
Gotcha. Perfect.
Turn it around. You're talking to it backwards. Talking to
Penis.
the red light. Into the red light.
Near the red light, love, right there.
There's a red light in the mic.
No,
well, I know
no.
there's a red light there.
Yeah,
but...
so
Oh wait, so
to the front.
okay, so this is the front. Okay, I'm good. Okay. Hi, Julianna.
Yeah.
Okay. Where did I leave off? Right.
Pants.
Pants. Shut up.
He did
Okay,
wear pants.
so I keep going back to my closet and I keep seeing the pairs of jeans that I've had for God knows how long. It's not spiking again. Is that normal?
You good?
Testing.
Oh
Oh, am I the top one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, then I need to go all the way back here or some shit. I don't know. Okay, good. So I keep going back to the pairs of jeans. They're all black, and I keep trying to put them on, and I can never fit into them. Like I somehow managed to pull them up over my legs. I try to button them up. I can't because my waist is just too big now. You know, I'm grown up, I guess. It's whatever. Yeah, but after I take them off, I'm just so demoralized that I don't want to go out to, any freaking wardrobe store to like get new jeans. And so, in short, that's why I wear shorts.
All right.
Yeah. You see, if I said,
but I do have sweatpants, and I was supposed to wear them today, and I forgot to.
See, the thing here is, if I were to say that, oh, hey, I don't fit into a pair of jeans anymore, he would be like, oh, that's okay, just go get a new pair of jeans. He's like, I don't fit into my jeans anymore.
I don't follow my own advice.
And then he'll text me, he's like, I just did a bunch of push-ups because I don't like the fat on my stomach. And I'm like, where? Where is it?
There's a little bit of fat on my stomach.
No, there's not.
Yeah, there is.
No, there's not.
Sounds like
we got to test it. Take the shirt off.
So,
we got to see the proof.
That's Patreon exclusive.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah,
that's Julianna exclusive. Thank you very much.
But we could monetize
People see me shirtless at the YMCA.
I know.
Okay.
Nothing special for me.
Everyone in this room has seen it except me. I would like.
It's okay, Cameron. I'll give you a special show after.
Oh, thank you.
You know what's really funny is the first time I ever saw him in pants was 5 months into dating. I had seen him in shorts and a muscle shirt and his work shirt, which just says lifeguard on it. Yeah. 5 months. For 5 months. Every time we would go out, he finally wore pants. And I was like, what? And he was like, my shorts are in the wash. And he looked so sad.
I mean, I do throw these shorts in the wash. It's just I throw them in overnight when I'm not wearing them.
Exactly. Speaking of dating, there was some dinner you told me about where you went to a fancy restaurant and you showed up dressed like this. What was that about?
Is he talking about Valentine's Day?
I think he's talking about Valentine's Day. Yeah, no, that happens a lot.
Yeah, where you.
I don't dress up.
He doesn't dress up.
Okay, so before, why did you just point to Cameron?
Why did you point to me?
Doesn't dress up either.
What do you mean? This is kind of dressy.
But that is
so.
Dressy.
Before I started working Sundays, I had to go to church with the family, and I would dress up in my Sunday best. And she's always found this rather amusing. But the Sunday best, you know what I'm talking about, Liam? It's the full dress pants, the button-up shirt.
What are you talking about? I've never seen you in that.
No. I'm not saying you have. I'm just saying you know what Sunday best is, right?
Oh yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, no, you know what the concept of a Sunday best is. Because I've said Sunday best to Julianna, and she's like,
I don't know what Sunday best is.
Yeah, so dress up pants, button up shirt, fucking tuxedo. Well, without the bow tie.
Yeah.
Whatever. Anyway, so I would wear that, and that was every single Sunday because I was a good Christian boy. I went to church with my family. The pandemic hit, and the church was all shut down, and we would attend church online over YouTube.
Did you have to dress up for Sunday best then too?
I did not know. We started, it died really fast, so we would just go casual, and then. What happened is I started working Sundays at Canadian Tire, and then I started working Sundays at the YMCA back when we first started opening up on Sundays. And so this entire freaking year and a half to 2 years, I've just been finding excuses not to go to church. Now, to extend beyond that, that also means I have not dressed up in quite some time. I believe the last time I dressed up was for my graduation, and that was almost 2 years ago. Yeah. So there's that. I feel like the next time I will dress up is when we're celebrating some sort of important milestone, or when we go to the play together. When we go to the play together. Yeah, that's right.
He'll dress up when we go to the play because we have to go to a fancy place downtown. I refuse to let him wear shorts.
You shouldn't have to be the reason that
she's working on it.
I'm trying. I'm like, can we go somewhere where you can't wear the shorts? And he's like, oh yeah, absolutely. Now see, on Valentine's Day, I did not expect him to wear anything but the shorts because he finished work and I met him at work. And
I was done at 5 o'clock. Our reservation was in an hour. I was like, I live all the way in this. Oh, not to dox myself, but I live all the way on the other side of the city from where I work. But I didn't have time to go change. I didn't bring any clothes with me, so I was like, all right, well,
it's only gonna be on just one corner of the screen, your address. So
only one corner. At least it's not going to be across the entire fucking thing.
Okay.
And your IP address.
Yeah.
What is I don't even know what my IP address is.
We do.
If you quoted to me right now what my IP address is, I just look at you blankly and go, sure. You could be entirely wrong, and I'd be like, "Yep, you got it."
I wish I could read IP addresses. I have no idea what it is.
The funny thing is, for Valentine's Day, I actually put on a skirt because I had to do my laundry, and I was really lazy, and so I had 2 weeks worth built up, and I didn't have any pants, and so I met him at work, and the coworker in question who made you ask us about our icks saw me, and she was like, "You look so nice. He's going in shorts, isn't he?"
Yeah, you can get dress shorts, right?
Yeah. Oh,
Hell no.
Okay.
You
So
look like an altar boy.
Absolutely.
I wear regular shorts all the time. I don't need a pair of dress shorts. I have dress pants. That's good enough. Technically, I have two, but it's the old one suffers the same problem as my regular pair of jeans in that they don't fit. So I just wear the other one. So
See, that's when you can go to get another pair of pants.
oh, that was so cute. Hold up. Can you hold this?
Yeah.
Can you hold this?
I'm scared.
There's plenty of wholesomeness to go around.
You're like the podcast dog.
Kiss.
I mean, the audience demands it, you know. They are the voice of the audience here.
Your audience is over there, looking at us from that very sexy phone you got there.
Don't touch me.
So now the abuser
Liam, can I
gets
touch you?
abused.
Yeah, okay.
I already did. I messed up your hair. I'm so sorry about
Can
See,
you
he asked
at
for
least wait
permission.
till I'm out of the room?
Where's the fun
No.
of that?
Yeah.
He gets part of the fun. He gets part of the fun from your reactions.
No,
Part of what an
one of
abuser
our
doesn't.
coworkers does though. I work with them on Saturday mornings. I think you know who I'm talking about.
I know
And
who
they'll
you're talking
hit
about.
I love how you're using the neutral pronouns so you don't give away the
Yeah.
gender.
They'll hit on Gareth in front of me while he's not there.
Do you want to spill the tea? Or,
Everyone,
like-
including him, is going to know who you're talking
Cameron, do you
about.
think I'm attractive?
Absolutely. You're
He
very
is.
handsome.
Why does that? No, I'm not attractive though.
You're sitting beside your girlfriend.
Who you
Yes, I'm
made
very
out
glad I'm
with.
attractive to her.
You made.
That's all that
she made out with
matters.
You.
I mean, I don't decide where she puts her lips.
No. So the funny thing is
Not allowed.
I guess this is part of the relationship story, but really quickly here. People would tell me, all our male coworkers told me that Gareth is like the hottest guy that works there. And of course,
You know why? It's because of the shorts and the tank, the muscle shirt.
I didn't say that.
yeah,
I didn't say
yeah, it is.
I didn't say it, but I was
Well, it's also the
thinking it.
reason why I'm so concerned with my stomach, but because of the surgery I had done, I couldn't go into the water, and the water was my. This is mainly for them, okay? Calm down. This is mainly for them. So I had surgery done because I had an infection. The doctor told me I wasn't allowed to go into the water. Liam might know a little bit about that. This is mainly for you, Cameron.
Okay.
But
I am aware.
so the swimming was my primary mode of exercise. I don't do a lot otherwise. So people think I hit up the gym all the time. It's actually not true. I don't go to the gym. I haven't gone to the gym in about 10 years. I used to go to the gym with my mom when I was a young child. I'm not even kidding. And then my opa died, I believe. So that stopped.
Wow,
But I haven't gone to the
just
gym.
hit us with that, eh? Just
Well, yeah, she stopped going to the gym. So mainly because she didn't have the time. But I stopped going to the gym as well. Swimming was my primary mode of exercise. These past few months, I haven't been able to go into the water. So I've been, and then of course, the pandemic. I keep saying it's a pandemic. This is just a really shitty excuse, but I'm going to use it anyway because you know what? It works. I have not been able to go into the water. I'm getting a few pounds, and that's why I'm looking forward to be able to go back into the water so that I can swim. That was a bit of an anticlimactic ending. That's all right.
But you're perfect just the way you are.
Oh, thank you.
I feel lonely.
I'm regretting bringing them on. This
Yeah.
makes me feel really lonely.
I'm going to go home and cry tonight, knowing that there is no one.
You're the
waiting for
most
me.
I'm
perfect.
barely gonna
No,
make it
you.
until they get
No,
out the
you.
door.
No, you.
You two disgust me.
We know. That's why we're here.
Guys, you gotta give each other. We feel lonely because we're the only ones in this room doing it.
You don't get to do that.
So
you don't
this
get to
is
pull that card.
this is actually the first time Liam has seen us in a coupley position because he always sees
Yeah.
us together at work.
I only hear them talk like that. Like
He-
he says, "Sweetheart," she goes, "Yes."
That happened one time.
So at work we use "Hey buddy" or "Hey sweetheart" or whatever
Yeah.
for
Because
kids.
we talk to little kids.
And so we were working a Monday night together, and he yelled "Hey sweetheart" across the pool. He actually yelled "Hey sweetie." Well, I was walking away, and me being on autopilot, I turned around and I went, "Yeah."
Okay, I call you sweetheart. I call everyone else
Oh,
sweetie.
you called her sweetheart, and then you had to stop. He had to stop. He can only say sweetie at work now because otherwise,
She responds.
Yeah. We don't.
She responds,
actually,
and I get hit with an HR, and I don't feel like.
Yeah,
doing
we
that,
don't.
so.
We don't actually work together anymore, and most people forgot. We worked with 5 other people that night, and they mostly forgot about because it was the night with all the codes.
I love that night.
Yeah, that's why I stopped. That's why I took his teaching and stopped working.
I thank you so much for that.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
She refused to accept my thank yous for that. I buy her dinner every week for it.
Wow. You just like to take hit after hit, huh? Like I'm just sitting here realizing how lonely I am.
Yeah, I told him he doesn't.
What would you like for dinner this week, by the way?
Wow, right in front of us.
You don't have to. I keep telling you.
Yes, I do. You took my teaching set.
So
Let's just see what
you
this
don't
plays
have
out.
to. I did it because I wanted off Mondays, not because it was your teaching set.
Cool, but what do you want? Did you just say you wanted to kill yourself?
Yeah, you did.
Oh no, that's wild.
Insane.
What would you like for dinner?
Really? Just going back into it, huh? So I'm feeling worse, Cameron? Why don't you guys tell us the story of how you guys got together?
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
actually, I've been meaning to ask that.
I get to say the first part. So, back, he was already working there when I was hired. And I did my NL at the place I now work. So he saw all that.
Do you know what NL means?
No.
Our national lifeguard. So it's
Oh,
the
okay.
class we take
National
to become
lifeguard pool, to be more
Yeah,
specific.
to become
You're kinda
lifeguards.
You're kind of out of the loop.
Yeah, I'm
Sorry,
No,
sorry.
you're all good.
3
You're all good.
lifeguards and a Cameron walking through a room.
How many of us does it take to screw on a light bulb? It doesn't. We call
operations to do it. Yeah.
We just have to make sure none of them fall into the
We have an
water.
operations department at our...
Yeah, I got that bit. Yeah. No.
So,
Cameron lifeguards are people that guard the pool.
Yeah.
We just make sure
Huh?
no one dies.
This
Yeah.
is the optimal amount for our pool.
And they hired Liam for that?
They did.
They did,
Thank
yeah.
you. I keep saying, why would you do that?
Not only that, but he's been here for like 4 years now,
Been
almost
here for
5.
4 years.
So they've kept him around.
Wow.
I'm one of the high ups.
He is.
That's-
He makes,
I'm never
he makes
swimming there
bank.
again.
They give him a lot of privilege. Like, you're head of the clubs
Hey.
now. You're my direct boss, actually, now, because I have to teach on Monday. Don't tap. Don't, Jesus.
Don't want that.
That was. No. Let's fix that. There we go. Sorry, that was.
Yeah, actually...
I really didn't want to do it.
Cameron?
Yeah, it's fun.
There we go.
I proved that last night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, do you know you're teaching on Fridays?
Why would you say that? That's down low information. No one's supposed to know that. And you say it on a podcast.
Schedule gets released in 2 days.
I know.
By the time people see this, it won't be Tuesday by the time people see this. There was,
Not too
yeah.
Tuesday.
But anyway, back to how we started dating.
Yes.
I love sidetracking.
Yeah.
I got really sick and was in and out of the hospital, so I wasn't able to work January or most of February. But I started working late February, and I covered one of our coworkers' shifts on a Saturday when he worked the afternoon. I got called in 20 minutes after I got out of bed, so I did not eat anything.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So the coworker who called her in, one of his pipes broke at his house. He was supposed to work the full day. One of his pipes broke. You know that part. And so he actually called me first because he didn't know that I was already coming in. And so he gave Julianna the call after that. So
Yeah, but because I hadn't eaten, I mentioned something very briefly to him while I was taking him off because we switch who's watching what area.
On the pool deck.
Yeah, I can make context connections here.
Yeah,
Make sure you're not confused.
so
Saying
he wa-
switch out makes sense. You switch. Yeah, I get that. Please continue.
Yeah. So he was like, "Well, I'm going to Jugo Juice. Do you want anything?" And I said, "No, you."
Jugo Juice is a smoothie company.
It's on the building. We get a
it's
discount.
it's in the YMCA we work at. It's
Okay.
in every single YMCA.
Okay.
We
Yeah.
get a discount.
Which also the places that have like a Good Earth coffee house or whatever instead of a.
They're bougie.
Yeah.
They're like
We have
Rocky
Jugo
Ridge and
Juice, yeah.
Seton. Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
So I was like, no, that's all right. I don't need anything. He still got me something. And he left it in the guard office. And I was like, oh, thank you very much.
I'm a nice person. I asked her what her favorite smoothie was. She said it was Mango Magic. I was like, all right, I'm getting her a Mango Magic smoothie. This was back when I had more expendable income, obviously, because
Back
Jugo
before
Juice
you
is an
didn't have a
expensive
car,
place
yeah.
right now.
It is.
So
Um,
yeah. I didn't have a car. I don't pay rent, so I had a lot of expendable income. That's changed a little bit. So
But then later that day, they made me do a bunch of situations where before I got hired where people would come up and hit on me, and I was like, no. I was actually hit on my second shift, and And the guy made me really uncomfortable. He then stood outside the windows after we had closed, and I had to walk home. So I was like, oh, hell no, this is not happening. I was like tearing up in the guard office. And he was like, I have to take the train home anyway, so I can just walk you. And I was like, you don't have to do that. But he did anyway.
Yeah, so I had nothing better to do with my afternoon. Like after the shift, I was just going to train home, make myself something for dinner, probably stare at the TV for the next 4 hours and then go to bed. So I was like, you know what? Julianna's in a little bit of a tough situation right now. And it's unfortunately a part of the job,
We get hit on a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's that. So I was like, you know what?
Oh, Liam's like, the cougars.
Liam is a cougar.
Liam gets hit on. Oh.
Slurp.
No. That is an ick. That's an ick.
The ick. The that's a very good ick, actually.
Slurping.
She does not like me slurping.
I didn't like the second sound you made, so.
Was it because it made you feel things?
Yeah, uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable with your sexuality because now you're
I'm so
questioning
uncomfortable
it?
in this situation.
Okay.
Leah, everyone will be a little bit bi-curious if they got to hook up with Gareth. All
I'm
of
not
the
gay.
male coworkers.
I'm not hooking up
I'm
with
not
Gareth.
gay, but $20 is
I'm not
$20.
hooking up with Gareth.
Please don't.
Hey, don't
No,
spend
I'm
it. You're buying dinner.
Shit. You know what? $20, but for you, $150.
Oh, fuck. Dude, I got 120.
Sorry, no.
God.
I did not expect him to pull cash out of his wallet.
I'm gonna be less generous from now on. I didn't know you were bringing that much money around.
Now I know why I don't pay him.
This is all I have to my name right now.
Throw it in his savings. Invest it in stocks. Make a profit. I don't know.
I don't have
Turn $1 into 1,000 like all those motivational YouTubers
Or
out there.
$1,000 into $1. I can do that for you.
What were we talking about?
Oh, I know.
before,
Yeah.
Guys getting together.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
before
Okay.
Cameron tried to prostitute my boyfriend.
Hey, he offered.
Actually,
All right.
He did.
offered.
He did.
It's going right into the ears.
I still love you. I hope.
I'm
you
so
know
sorry, viewers. Okay.
that. I still love you.
So you're walking home.
Yeah. So I was like, I have nothing to do with my evening. So I said to Julianna, I was like, I know there's this guy that would like hit on you or whatever. You look kind of uncomfortable. Do you want me to, walk you home or at least part of the way home? And she's like, you really don't have to. But like, I could see that she was having a little bit of a tough time. So I was like, you know what? I don't mind. If you're not comfortable that like I don't have to walk you all the way home, but I do want to make sure you're all right. So I walked her. Now I know it was like about 2/3 of the way home. I didn't know how far it was back then. So I walked her to
You don't have to say where.
I was just gonna say about 3 blocks away.
Yeah, he walked me about 3
I
blocks.
walked with her about 3 blocks. We said goodbye, and that was the first time I hugged you.
Yeah, he
Because
hugged me.
because you were
I was, like,
you were about to
crying. I
cry.
was shaking.
So I was like, you know what, come in. We had our hug. It wasn't awkward, but like it was at a very comfortable, cordial distance. Yeah. And then she went her way, I went mine, back down to the train station.
By the cordial distance, he means that he is a foot and a bit taller than me, so my head only comes up to here. So a
She's
hug.
5'1.5". I'm 6'3", so I have a full inch. Foot and an inch and a half on her. It's very cute.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's great.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I told him that I'd pay him back when he got me the smoothie that day. So I actually left $10 in his cubby the next week. He said, no, you don't have to. I did anyway. I made the mistake of swimming after my shift right between when like I finished and he came in. Mm-hmm. So I was still in the pool when he got to work and he found the money in his cubby. And so it passed back and forth for a few days before he eventually like messaged me and was like, Julianna, why? Why would you do this to me? Why did you leave this money? And I was like, I didn't leave the money. I have no idea what you're talking about. Are you sure one of our coworkers aren't trying to prostitute you? That type of thing.
It was
With
only
some
$10.
guys like this around, I'd understand why you'd have that word.
Pulled $120 out of my wallet.
Hey, listen, we're friends for a reason, so.
One thing I will say is that I'm very glad you just admitted on this podcast that it was your $10.
Fuck me.
Oh, is this a revelation?
Shit, it is still an argument that's going on. I've been trying to leave $10 in cash in his car for weeks.
She was the first person to leave $10 in my cubby, so it was her by definition her money.
It was his money
No,
because
it was
I told.
her money.
Listen, okay, we have to ask your verdict on this, yours, because you're unbiased.
No,
okay,
I wanna listen to
so
this.
he bought me a smoothie and I told him I'd pay him back. Right? He then walked me home. The smoothie is like $7, right?
Jiggle
At the
just
time.
is ridiculous.
It's more expensive now. because of inflation. So I felt like $10 was enough. Also, I'm not going to give him like a toonie with a 5. Why would I do that? He'd lose it somewhere because, you know, he'd accidentally drop it and then he'd be like, oh shit. And then he'd never pick it up.
Well, because it's such a long distance.
Yeah, it is. It is such a long distance to the ground.
It is. This is almost a long distance relationship right here.
That's why we text. But so like, because I told him I'd pay him back, even though he said like, no, I still said I would. And I felt like he's lucky that because we have a website where we can actually go and get the emails of our coworkers. That's how you know who to call. I could have e-transferred him the money. And I thought that was really creepy. So I didn't do that. It is stalkery, but that's what
I only found that out about 6 months into the relationship too.
I did not do that. But because I told him I'd pay him back, and he did do that for me when he didn't have to, and we were not in a relationship, nor were we really friends at the time. We were more like acquaintances. Is it his $10?
She literally just revealed on the podcast that it was her $10. Would you, after this episode releases, you can go back. I implore you to leave that bit in.
I will leave that bit.
Thank you.
I'm not going to take any of this out.
Do you want my answer?
I would like your answer.
Yeah, Cameron,
It's
input, please.
your $10.
Oh God, no! Do
Because
not
he
give
got-
me a 5 back. Oh!
He got you a gift, and then it's a
What?
gift.
Like, it wasn't even a gift. Like, there was a code. Like, I asked her if she wanted anything because I happened to be going to Jugo Juice.
Yeah.
It was my fault. I misinterpreted her sarcasm because she was like, "Oh yeah, mango magic smoothie, please." And I was like, "All right, fine. I'm gonna go get it." And she was like, "Wait, what?" I was like, "I'm too late.
And
I'm
then
already
I
gone."
said,
Never mind, that
no,
changes
no.
my answer.
What?
Well, my answer was it's your $10. She said no. But
Okay, so one and one. That's fine.
Because you were sarcastic like that, it's your $10.
Fuck. Okay, but the
It's
issue.
easy.
No, the issue is we actually came to a compromise 2 days into this texting relationship where we split it 50-50. So he took the 10 and he gave me back a 5, and we're keeping that way.
Oh.
No. Nope.
Can you hold
So
up?
while they're arguing, what did you mean by that's why we're friends? You said
Well, I
something
mean,
about the money, but-
you're willing to pay for prostitutes. I have obviously
not.
just tried to buy him out, so.
I'm very much not willing to buy.
Do I not have a 10 in here?
You probably
I have
don't.
a 5.
Well, she already has 5, so a 5 would make 10.
No, that was the compromise. Okay, so we haven't gotten to that bit yet. Okay.
So the compromise was we would split it 50-50. He wants to give me back the full amount now.
So we compromised
then
because we
$5 up.
Yeah. So we couldn't decide on whose $10 it was, even though it was yours.
It was yours.
So what we said was we would each take $5 and we would just leave it. So now I have $5 of money that doesn't belong to me. But I digress.
That's how the relationship started. But then we didn't actually work any shifts together for another probably month. And so we texted every single day. Every day.
From the good morning to the good night.
Yeah. So the thing is, he was lonely. And I was lonely and in the hospital a bunch. So
High five.
So we just texted each other. And we became really good friends. And then probably late April, I started crushing on you a bit.
I started crushing on her around the same time.
Yeah.
The thing is that we were both incredibly
We were
naive.
dense. We were dense and naive.
And
Question.
denial.
Yeah.
Yeah, in denial.
Well, like, was there like a certain like event that happened?
Yes.
That, okay.
She's
Are
getting
you,
to
are you
One
getting to
thing I
that?
will say
Okay.
before she says that is that there was a period of time back in mid-April where people actually thought we were dating because there was another instance where I walked her home just because I could, and people like saw me leave with her and they were like, "Ooh,
Yeah,
so cute together."
People
They are
actually,
sharks like that.
yeah, people
We were not
actually,
dating then.
We weren't. So people actually came up to us after he walked me home the first time, and I was like, I didn't think anything of it because like if he had had a car, you know, Liam has driven me home.
At the time, I was
before.
driving my parents' car, so
Yeah, Liam had driven me home before. Other people had driven me home before. It's like that, you know, just out of niceness. But obviously, he didn't have a car, and there was a train station a couple blocks away from my house, so he could get there pretty easily. So I was like, oh, okay, sure. And I didn't think anything of it, but everyone else was like, oh, he likes you, and I'm like, no, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. He does not. Absolutely not. But then there were rumors going around that I liked him. Someone started that. And then rumors going around that he liked me. And so when we actually did start liking each other in late
wasn't
April.
you know.
No,
who it was.
no.
I do know who it was.
We know who it was that started it because she didn't want
So much for the neutral
No,
pronouns.
she didn't want everyone thinking that he liked her because that was a rumor that was going around as well. Because he's so hot and hunky that all the rumors had to be started about him.
Understandable.
Yeah. There's the dimple.
God, could you stop? I'm lonely over here.
He's not gonna wait until you leave to kill himself. He will do it on the episode.
It's true. It
No,
will
he's
get.
not. I know how to talk down.
Good luck on 2 of them.
Liam, if you try to kill yourself, I'd just kill you before that. I would threaten you with chopping off your fingers. This is how this relationship works.
Why fingers?
Why fingers? Because he needs his fingers to write and stuff. He can't live without them.
I mean, there's other uses
I'm
for
trying to
fingers.
kill myself, so it
No.
wouldn't matter if I
No.
couldn't live with my fingers anyways.
Just sell
Sorry.
Yeah.
We're getting off track.
Cameron is very invested in this.
Yeah.
No, I want to know. I want to know.
So those rumors started going around. So in early to mid-April. So by the time late April came around and we had an in-service, and it was actually the day of that training event.
And in-service is lifeguard training.
We've been over this.
Yeah. So
Just I made sure you remember.
in the day of the training event, we had to be split up into groups, and I thought he would want to go with his other male friends there, and we were
We're just abandoning the neutral pronouns, aren't
yeah,
we?
yeah. Well, what am I supposed to say? Your other gender neutral friends at
Yeah.
the YMCA.
Your other friends.
Other friends?
Friends is
The
gender
other-
neutral.
The friends that he had, because no one really knew that we talked. No one knew that we texted, other than the one person who was like, "Are you texting him?" Because I saw it in my glasses.
I knew too.
Wow.
Yeah, he knew too because Liam's Liam and he figured it out.
Yeah.
Their phones lit up and they have names on their text messages
Yeah.
on their screens.
It all fell apart because I put a red heart by her
Yeah,
name.
Yeah, in July. But anyway, yeah.
We're jumping ahead.
Yeah.
But then they were like, okay, so get into groups of 2 or 3, and he looked over at me, and I was like, and that's when I realized I had a crush on him in late April. But I was in complete denial because I was like, well, everyone's saying I already have a crush on him. And by this time, the rumors that we were already dating just secretly were already going around. I'm like, no. If and when, I was like, if we ever start dating, if that is ever an almost impossible possibility there, that's not happening. But if it were, people would know. But yeah, no. Did you have a specific moment?
Well, yeah, it was a specific moment, but it was much more anticlimactic. I had just finished up a shift at the YMCA, and I took the bus home. And what was specific about that day was that for whatever reason there was an incident on the train lines or whatever, so the trains were shut down between 2 specific points. So I had to take a different route to get home. And as I was taking that specific route to get home, I was thinking some things over in my head, and I was like, oh shit, what are these feelings for Julianna that I have? Oh shit, they're feelings. Oh my god, I like her. I can't just attribute so up to that point, obviously I said we were naive. It seemed
naive.
there was a particular coworker that would just observe us and be like, yeah, they like each other. But we were like, no, we're just friends. And then I was thinking over my head, and I was thinking about some of the things I'd said that were quite obvious, or not said, but texted, that were quite obviously flirtatious. And in my very logical brain, there was no way that I could attribute that to just a platonic relationship. And I was like, oh my god, I actually like her. And this was sometime in the late April, early May. I can't remember exactly when it was.
Late April.
Something like that,
You
yeah.
told me, yeah.
I think it was the same week as the in-service. The in-service was on the Sunday, and it was the same week.
Following Tuesday or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. Something like that, yeah. But yeah, it's much more anticlimactic rather. But yeah, that was when we first realized we had feelings for each other.
But yeah, so now we're going to fast forward real quick, about a month and a half.
I will not wait till the podcast ends.
We're going to fast forward a month and a half because we were still talking
Do you want us to do it?
I don't want to be a witness to this, my love. We got to wait.
You're not just going to be a witness, you're going to be covered in it.
It's gonna make local headlines.
No.
I
Happy
can tell you
couple.
it's not going to be a small mess. I'm going for a splatter.
We could also make this a murder-suicide. So it's, it's...
Who would murder who? We wouldn't murder
Is
you.
this a fairly
You would
high
murder
scale
you.
neighborhood? Upscale neighborhood?
I mean, it's got cute houses.
It does. There do be cute houses here.
There do
though.
be cute houses.
Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, so we were still talking every single day. And starting in probably mid-May, I started hitting on, because I realized I could say basically anything, and he would think that it was purely platonic on my part. So I started hitting on him hardcore. Little did I know he was doing the same thing to me.
Yeah, she thought she was getting some sort of one-up on me because, and like, it's true, I missed it, but I was also doing the same thing for her, and she missed it, you know? So
Truly amazing.
So then...
I genuinely think she and I are pretty smart people.
Except when it comes
that
to this.
completely would have upended any like that being smart. Yeah.
But then he said something in the second week of June, I believe. So we were working an afternoon shift together, and we were talking, and we were like good friends at this point. And he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm sure I could say something that like would make you upset." And I was like, no, you can't. But it got me thinking, like, what does he think he could say that would make me upset? If it were a really, like, sus joke.
The word was mad, not upset.
Yeah, the word was mad. If he made a really sus joke, like, that's what I thought it was for a couple days. But then he said it again. And I was like, this is not what this is it? I figured it out, finally.
Yeah.
Lots of overthinking. But then I texted him a couple days later after I saw one of our coworkers who was like, "Oh yeah, you're just being dense. Figure it out. You're being dense."
Same coworker from the not
Doobie
same coworker.
Sparks, though?
Yeah. They're Doobie Sparks.
They're Doobie
The same coworker from the ick comment earlier said that no, she was like right, like there's no way.
They're just friends. Yeah. So then I asked him about it, and we didn't actually say we liked each other that day.
Well, we lovingly call it the dance around the topic conversation.
Yeah, that
where we
had.
both knew exactly what we were talking about. Sorry, texting about. But none of us actually went and texted it.
Yeah, and then the next day, because I was like, I need to process this a little bit, because I was over the moon, and I was like, if I will say something ridiculous.
I thought she was about to reject me. She said I needed some time to think about it. I was like, shoot my shot. I shot my shot.
I had to go over the policies and procedures handbook that we have, because we actually had to report it to HR that we started a relationship, and that's what I had to do. It was on page 78.
She never told me that.
I thought you were gonna say like a policy and procedure book that you had written like for yourself. Like
it's the Big Bang Theory. We have a relationship agreement now.
No, there's just one clause.
The alive and well clause. We have to be alive and we have to be well.
Oh, you know what? I respect it. You know.
Yeah.
Both are not optional. They cannot be optionally alive. We cannot be optionally well. It has to be both.
But then the next day we didn't see each other. Sorry.
She just cheered up a little bit.
The next day after we had that dance around the topic conversation, we didn't see each other. But he texted me like at the end of his shift. So,
what are we now? Are you my girlfriend?
Are you my girlfriend? And I was like, okay, we still have to talk to our bosses. So I would very much like to be after we talked to them. So
we talked to them the next day.
We did talk to them the next.
This is actually the same day that I got my first procedure done. On my toe.
So we talked to them the next day. And our one boss actually had a bet going for us, and he got some money because of it.
Yeah.
But then we decided we weren't going to tell anybody at work. Like, if they asked, then yes. But obviously, we're not going to go make a public announcement. We're still at work. We're still professional.
Just go on slings being like, Julianna and I are now in a relationship.
Guys, it worked. You're right.
And then spam it with like little red hearts as a reaction.
No. That did not happen. So no one actually knew probably until July.
Early. It would have been very early July.
Yeah, because our first date was July 2nd. And I had to go to work that day.
Right.
And the one coworker who
from the ick comment.
she
We'll
wants
just call her It Girl from now on.
It Girl.
It
No,
girl. I'm sure It Girl will love that.
She will.
No, she will not. I'm not calling her that. She would hate
will.
me. You can.
So It Girl.
It Girl. Yes. She was working and she was like, "Oh, so do you have any plans for later today?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm going out with a friend." And she was like, You don't have friends. Who are you going out with, basically? And I was like, she was like, "Wait, it's a date, isn't it?" And I was like, "Sure, okay." She didn't ask me who. She jumped right into it's Gareth. And I was like, yep. I blushed really easily, so I turned bright red.
Oh, here I was thinking you were just embarrassed.
And
it's
I was
okay,
like,
I'd be embarrassed too.
She didn't tell anyone else, but then 2 days later, one of our other coworkers was like, "So are you and Julianna dating?" And then that was spread. That was spread
from there,
like a wildfire. luckily for us now, the new hires...
Again, the red heart thing gave it away for one other coworker.
Yeah,
as well,
yeah,
so.
because his phone turned on with a notification while he was out
so
of
I have
office.
the actual messages off, so it comes through as only text message as opposed to
Julianna Red Heart.
yeah. So I had
Liam
her.
has seen it.
I had her as
I've seen it every single day you've taken me off the pool deck at 11 in the morning because she texts you right after you show up. I changed. I come into the office.
I do.
Julianna Red Heart. Oh, look, she probably texted to say, have a good day.
there was the longest time where I had Julianna last name in as the contact, and then I switched out the last name and I put in a little heart instead. And there was one other coworker because the first coworker saw it and the person was like, "Oh, like what's going on with them?" The other coworker talked to them and was like, "Oh, there's a bunch of friends who just put red hearts to sign contacts names." And in my head I'm going, who the hell does that except for people who are in a romantic relationship?
I still
Except
don't have
you
a red.
two.
I've seen this phone.
What?
Liam, red heart.
Wait, red heart or yellow heart?
It's gotta be a blue heart
Why blue?
because it's blue.
I have C. I
Why?
don't feel like writing his full name.
Wow. Wow.
Cameron, would you like a hug?
I would.
He gives great hugs. He gives amazing hugs. Oh,
Look at you, though. You're doing great, buddy.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
You're doing great.
No, thanks. I needed that. You know
Yeah.
what? I
Do
didn't.
you hug Cameron enough, Liam?
No.
Wait,
No.
Actually, before you sit down, I need to see what it's like on this bean bench.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What torture are you putting yourself through? Right, it sucks down here.
see, the issue with him sitting right now, him sitting on the ground is like, okay, everyone's like, oh, so
Here, you
does
can
he
have
work out? Because his ass looks great in those shorts, I have to say. And every single one of our every single one of our coworkers comments on it. But no, he actually just bends down. He squats so that I can kiss his forehead. That's the only
Yeah.
reason. He squats to kiss my forehead. Yeah. But yeah, so our relationship was essentially us seeing each other at work and acting very, very professional and staying 30 feet away from each other at all times.
Keeping room for Jesus. I respect it.
The room for Jesus and
Actually, it's room for policies.
room for policies.
yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you. Yeah. And then over text.
So now that we've covered that, how did your guys' relationship start?
Please
Covered this. He bullied me.
He's gaslighting everyone. I did not.
stop gaslighting, Liam.
Seriously. I still stick by that he gaslit me in that episode.
I firmly believe he did. We did talk about it.
Cameron, you sounded so apologetic.
I felt bad because I don't
didn't count the amount of times you said that he was your childhood bully. I didn't count the number of times, but it was a lot. And Cameron there was a point where you about went into tears.
I felt really bad because I don't remember any of that.
You were like,
traumatizing.
We've already heard
Like-
that episode, Liam. Move
oh
on.
my God. You were just like
I felt,
heartbroken and like, oh my God, that like so many months. I was like, poor Cameron. Oh my God.
You said sorry more times in that episode than the time that Gareth accidentally elbowed me in the nose at an in-service. He was sitting beside me
yeah.
and he stood up and the person next to him like stood up really fast, so he backed up and my nose just so happens to be at elbow level.
Yeah.
And so he went and I went, oh my God. And I was like, elbow me harder next time so that I can get out of doing the spinals.
Nice.
Yeah.
It would've
I'm still
worked.
really sorry about that.
No.
I'm sorry.
No.
I'm sorry.
You know,
Are
how
you
many
sorry?
months is that off?
I've already said yes. They literally just described how many times I said sorry. What more do you want from me?
A real apology.
You got many, many real apologies. Do you
this
want
guy.
like an apology?
Which episode was that? Was that 1.2 or 1.3?
1.1 was it not?
No, Oliver was 1.1.
Oh yeah, no. But then Oliver was there for like the first 3 episodes. That would have been 1.4.
I think it was.
I thought Rosie
Yeah,
was 1.4.
no.
2.4.
No, I'm talking about the
2.4.
first episode. Hold up.
It
No,
was
I'm
2.4. It was
doing this
season
now.
2 that they
Cameron's
talked
my
about
childhood
Cameron
bully
being.
is 2.4.
Yeah, because you were
2.1 is we're
on
back,
for
baby.
15
2.2
episodes
is
last
pro-
week.
Oh, you might be
popular
right,
racers.
actually.
And it
2.3
is. Of course, I'm right.
is something else. Or no, 2.3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking of the Obama roleplay story. No, it's
Oh,
not.
that was technically my first appearance.
Yeah, that's my bad.
1.2.
Yeah, you're right. It was 2.4. Cameron was my childhood bully.
Yo, I killed that.
Not bad. You see, you do own this podcast. I'm very happy that you know the contents of it.
Yeah, there's 20 1 episodes. I'm surprised I even know.
But yeah, no. So that's our relationship story. And the funny thing is, Liam found out. Liam knew, obviously. And he was like, if you guys had waited like 2 more weeks, the betting pool would have gone up. And I was like, motherfucker, what?
Liam was looking to make a buck off of this.
He always is. Every time we hang out, he's like, so you want to film something? He's always looking to capitalize.
Can you hold this for
every
2
single
seconds?
time.
I got something to show you.
What is
Oh, I
this?
thought you were about to take off your pants.
What is
No,
this?
I'm gonna take off my shirt for you later.
Why are you showing him that?
Just a flex.
To show it. No, because he's done it before. That was $150. That's how much he was charging for it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
Wow.
evidence
So
that he
you-
wasn't joking. You're just too broke for him.
Damn.
He is an expensive person. We get Starbucks a lot. We're basic.
I got you a frappuccino literally today.
He brought me a frappuccino because I teach on Saturday mornings. And I had to get up really early to get to work at like 7:45. I'm so sorry. You know,
Wait, what time did you get up this morning?
7:45.
Weren't you mad at Liam last week because
Yeah.
he said that he got
That's
up at
why
like
I made
7
the
o'clock and you're like,
reference.
fuck off! I woke up at 5.
Yeah.
No, see, you can complain about that. You're fine.
Yeah.
It's when
Ah,
he does
okay.
it.
I mean, it was a Saturday
early
morning.
morning.
It was a Saturday morning too.
Guys, I
Yeah,
I woke up at 9:30 this morning. Oh, it was so early.
But yeah,
feel you
no.
guys.
But then he came in with a Starbucks for me, and I was like, I love you so much. Have I told you how much I love you?
I love you more
I feel like it's a great
with
way
each
to
passing second.
Yeah,
end
that's
the
what I
podcast
thought.
episode.
I'm sorry.
I am leaving this place a worse man. I'm going to go out. I'm going to go home. I'm going to cry. I'm going to realize how lonely I am. You may not see me for the next podcast episode. We'll see.
We're very sorry. You know, we can tell you about our arguments. We do have a lot of fights.
Oh.
It is about who's
Liam
smarter
knows what's up.
and who loves who more.
So like,
So,
how
like-
things are actually make you feel better.
Yeah, so just like, oh, we're so in love that our only argument is that of which, oh, I love
Who's
you more.
better
No,
than the
I
other
love you
one?
more. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool. That's cool.
Yeah, that's
Right.
great.
We
So-
do have this thing though, where he will moan like words that I hate, like supper,
Hot dog water.
hot dog, and it pisses me off. And he'll do it in the car while we're driving.
Phlegm.
He did Liam yesterday.
That's
Okay, but do you
perfect.
find it funny or do you like really genuinely hate
She
it?
hates it.
I hate it.
I love it.
Yeah, no, the Liam was the worst too.
Mucus.
I don't like this anymore.
Ladle.
Ladle.
Wow, this was.
Informative.
That's a word you could use. All right.
Microphone.
Oh no.
All right, yeah, so we're gonna call it here.
Yeah, we're gonna call it here. Thanks so much for being on the podcast today, guys.
Really appreciate you guys being
So,
on.
so happy to have you on.
Are you sure about that?
Not really. Yeah, this
Well,
is sad.
you'll know how genuine us saying that is if you don't see our names in the newspaper tomorrow.
We probably won't. CTV doesn't cover suicides.
Yeah, they do.
It's
Do
not
they?
going to be a small one. It's going to be a big deal.
Oh, are you gonna jump in front of a train?
No, we're taking people out with us.
Yeah, we're taking people down.
Police, you heard it here first.
Yeah.
If
don't fire Cameron.
I'm dead, you know what happened. They'd
No.
murder you, not me. I'm too precious.
They probably would.
You're the
She's
most...
much more precious than me.
No, he is the
I'm-
most precious.
You could go to the gas. Other than the height, you can go to the gas station, find 20 people like
Do you
me.
think Cameron